America's decline is over. President Donald Trump.
It is my honor and pleasure to introduce to you the 45th and the 47th President of the United States of America, Donald J. Trump.
Following the inauguration ceremony of President Donald John Trump into office on Monday, 20th of January 2025, President Trump, in joy and gratitude, boasted of how the country will flourish in his tenure and be taken seriously all over the world. He stated that sovereignty will be reclaimed, justice will be rebalanced, and America will be greater, stronger, and far more exceptional than ever before, laying emphasis on the phrase, America's decline is over.
From this moment on, America's decline is over.
President Trump, being a man of discipline and integrity, prepared a number of agendas aimed to rebuild the nation. These agendas were passed across to the world in his inauguration speech made at the inauguration ceremony. In his speech, he declared national emergency at the southern border of the United States, added that all illegal entry would immediately be halted and millions of criminal aliens would be returned back to where they came.
All illegal entry will immediately be halted, and we will begin the process of returning millions and millions of criminal aliens back to the places from which they came.
He promised to end the practice of catch and release and send troops to the southern border to repel the disastrous invasion of the country. President Trump vowed to designate the cartel as foreign terrorist organizations and invoke the Alien Enemies Act of 1798, which will direct the government to use the full and immense power of the federal estate law enforcement to eliminate the presence of all foreign gangs and criminals that bring devastating crimes to U.S. soil.
Under the orders I signed today, we will also be designating the cartels as foreign terrorist organizations.
Another on the list of Trump's agenda is to direct all members of the cabinet to use the power at their disposal to defeat what was recorded as inflation and rapidly bring down costs and prices. Mentioned that inflation crisis was caused by massive overspending and escalating energy prices, which will be curbed going forward.
To defeat what was record inflation and rapidly bring down costs and prices.
He further boasted that America will be a manufacturing nation once again, having something that no other manufacturing country will ever have. That is, the largest amount of oil and gas, and USA is determined to use it, bring prices down, fuel strategic reserve up to the top, and export American energy all over the world. Added that liquid gold under the feet of Americans will help the United States to be a rich nation once again.
America will be a manufacturing nation once again, and we have something that no other manufacturing nation will ever have, the largest amount of oil and gas of any country on earth, and we are going to use it.
Another of Trump's agenda during his tenure is to immediately begin the overhaul of trade system to protect American workers and families by ensuring that tax and tariff are paid by foreign countries to enrich citizens instead of taxing citizens of the United States.
Instead of taxing our citizens to enrich other countries, we will tariff and tax foreign countries to enrich our citizens.
He mentioned that measures are being put in place to establish external revenue services to collect all tariffs, duties, and revenues, stating that his administration will establish the brand new Department of Government Efficiency.
My administration will establish the brand new Department of Government Efficiency.
However, he also noted that he would sign executive order to immediately stop all government censorship and bring back free speech to America after years of illegal and unconstitutional federal efforts to restrict free expression, encouraging citizens that never again will the immense power of the state be weaponized to persecute political abundance, but rather restore fair, equal and impartial justice under the constitutional rule of law.
After years and years of illegal and unconstitutional federal efforts to restrict free expression, I will also sign an executive order to immediately stop all government censorship and bring back free speech to America.
President Donald Trump also expressed his desire to end the government's policy of trying to socially engineer race and gender into every aspect of public and private life, thereby forging a society that is colorblind and merit-based, further stating that there are only two genders according to the official policy of the United States, male and female.
As of today, it will henceforth be the official policy of the United States government that there are only two genders, male and female.
He shared his intent to reinstate service members who were unjustly expelled from the military for objecting to the COVID-19 mandate with full back pay.
This week, I will reinstate any service members who were unjustly expelled from our military for objecting to the COVID vaccine mandate with full back pay.
And to also sign an order to stop warriors of the United States from being subjected to radical political theories and social experiments while on duty, enabling them to only focus on their sole mission, which is to defeat America's enemies.
And I will sign an order to stop our warriors from being subjected to radical political theories and social experiments while on duty. It's going to end immediately. Our armed forces will be freed to focus on their sole mission, defeating America's enemies.
He further expressed his intention to build the strongest military the world has ever seen, measures success not only by the battles won, but by wars ended and wars never gotten into.
Like in 2017, we will again build the strongest military the world has ever seen. We will measure our success not only by the battles we win, but also by the wars that we end, and perhaps most importantly, the wars we never get into.
He went ahead to gloriously praise himself for a job well done without a need to mention, boasting that a day before he resumed office, hostages in the Middle East are en route back home to their families.
My proudest legacy will be that of a peacemaker and unifier. That's what I want to be, a peacemaker and a unifier. I'm pleased to say that as of yesterday, one day before I assumed office, the hostages in the Middle East are coming back home to their families.
However, still portraying America as a religious country, Trump in his speech also expressed America's religious beliefs, and as America's slogan states, "In God we trust," he mentioned that Americans will not forget their God.
We will not forget our country, we will not forget our Constitution, and we will not forget our God.
He further stated that he believes he was saved by God from the assassination attempt on him.
Those who wish to stop our cause have tried to take my freedom and indeed to take my life. Just a few months ago in a beautiful Pennsylvania field, an assassin's bullet ripped through my ear. But I felt then, and believe even more so now, that my life was saved for a reason. I was saved by God to make America great again.
Hence making it his top priority to create a nation that is proud, prosperous, and free, also urging all Americans to believe that January 20th, 2025 is a day of liberation for all American citizens.
For American citizens, January 20th, 2025 is Liberation Day.
Merci, Emmanuel, Rulers World Television News.